I've been a big supporter of solar power for many years now, and I work with hundreds of people on their solar power projects, and have come to realize that there's one aspect or specification that too many people focus on that's very overrated except in limited scenarios. And that is the solar panel's efficiency rating. The news media love to talk about improvements in efficiency. And with a lot of other consumer devices like appliances, efficiency is a big deal. But as I will explain in this video, for most use cases, solar panel efficiency isn't very important. Many websites and sources of information on solar try to define solar panel efficiency as one solar panel producing more power than another panel. This is wrong, or at least there's more to the story. I don't know if they deliberately try to mislead the public, but if I read this as someone who didn't know anything about solar, I would think that a 400-watt solar panel is more efficient than a 300-watt solar panel. That isn't necessarily the case at all. As we'll see here in a minute, it is very possible to have two panels with the exact same power output have different efficiency ratings. So what is efficiency then? Efficiency can be more accurately defined as the amount of energy produced per unit of area. In other words, watts per square foot or square inch. Why does this matter? Because it helps us understand why solar panels of the same output rating come in different sizes, and then leads us to why that isn't a big deal most of the time. In our discussion, we'll be using these two 100-watt solar panels from Renogy for illustration. So if we calculate the area of each of these panels, we multiply the height by the width and ignore the depth, and we get 858.9 square inches on the left and 848 square inches on the right. Then we do some division and come up with the figure for watts per square inch. And that falls in line with the manufacturer's efficiency ratings for the panels, which are 21% and 22% respectively. So far, so good. Now I know that you wouldn't ever build a large solar panel system out of 100-watt solar panels, but for illustration purposes, let's scale this out to a 50-panel system. For the panel on the left, you would require a little over 298 square feet of space for the panels, and on the right you would require about 294.5. But here's the kicker. You'll pay an exorbitant amount of money for that small increase in efficiency. So to save almost 4 square feet, you would pay $3,700 more on the entire system. No one in their right mind would ever do that. Having said that, there is one exception. You probably already guessed it, but the only scenario where efficiency should be a major consideration is if you have very limited real estate to work with. So for RVs, trailers, pole-mounted devices, or satellites in outer space, efficiency is a factor. But for the majority of the market, which is residential homes, off-grid cabins and retreats, commercial businesses, and public utilities, it's probably the least important factor to be considered. The average home in the United States has plenty of roof area to accommodate an average-sized solar panel system. So unless there's some other factor that is attractive on those premium, high-efficiency panels, you'd be better off finding an average efficiency panel from a reputable brand and put some of that cash back in your pocket. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you learned something. Give the video a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you're new.